Last week in tech was one of those weeks where if you blinked, you missed something big. From a $200 billion AI bet to Apple quietly changing how developers write code, to Disney letting fans generate videos with their characters, and major phones and gadget leaks that signal what's coming next. Let's break down everything important that happened in tech last week. Let's start with the biggest money story first. Amazon just revealed plans to spend about $200 billion this year. That number is so large it almost sounds fake, but it tells you exactly where the industry is going. AI demand is no longer theoretical. Companies are rushing to build models, run AI tools, and deploy intelligence systems, and all of that needs enormous computing power. Data centers, specialized chips, massive server clusters. This is no longer just a software race, it's now a computer race, and Amazon wants to make sure it has enough capacity to power the next wave of AI products and services. Now, while that's happening on the infrastructure side, Microsoft is tackling a completely different AI problem: content. This week, Microsoft announced plans for what is essentially an AI content marketplace. Think of it like an app store, but for training data. Publishers and media companies will be able to license their content directly to AI developers with clear terms and payment structures. Why does this matter? Because one of the biggest questions in AI right now is where training data comes from and who gets paid for it. This could become one of the first large-scale systems where content creators are directly compensated when their material is used to train AI systems. So instead of legal treasons, we may start seeing structured AI data markets. Now, let's shift to Apple because they made a very quiet move that could have a very loud long-term impact. Apple just added AI coding agents directly into Xcode, their official developer environment. And this is different from autocomplete. These agents can actually write blocks of code, run tests, and help debug inside the workflow. That changes programming from writing everything manually to guiding and reviewing what the AI produces. It moves developers one step closer to being directors instead of typists. And once this becomes normal, software development speed could change dramatically. And now here is something you probably didn't expect, because Disney made one of the most surprising AI moves this week. They expanded their AI partnership to allow fans to generate short videos using Disney characters. Yes, officially, users will be able to create short AI-generated clips featuring characters from major franchises inside a control system. This is a major philosophical shift. For decades, studios protected their characters tightly. They are experimenting with letting fans create with them using AI under supervision. That's interactive storytelling at a whole new level. Meanwhile, on the hardware side, big tech companies are increasingly pointing toward one device category as the next frontier: smart glasses. AI-powered glasses are getting serious investment right now. The idea is simple. Instead of looking down at a phone, you look at the wall and ask questions in real time, translate text, identify objects, get directions, get content instantly. We're not fully there yet, but when multiple major companies start investing heavily in the same form factor, it's usually not random. Something is brewing there. And speaking of hardware, Sony's next flagship earbud just leaked through a retailer listing. The new model shows a redesigned shape, updated case, and more microphones, which usually means improved noise cancellation and call quality. Sony already dominates in premium audio, so expectations are high for this release. Now let's go from earbuds to space, because this one sounds like science fiction, but it's very real, because SpaceX acquired an AI company this week, merging space infrastructure with artificial intelligence ambitions. One of the long-term ideas being discussed is orbital AI data centers. Why would anyone put AI compute in space? Because AI computing needs are growing so fast that energy and cooling limits on Earth could eventually become constrained. It's early, but it shows how seriously some players are thinking about AI infrastructure. And finally, AI voice technology had a huge funding moment last week. 11 Labs, a leading AI voice company, raised $500 million, pushing its valuation to around $11 billion. AI voice is moving beyond simple narration into dubbing, multilingual speech, voice agents, and interactive systems. Text was first, images followed, now voice is accelerating fast. And before we close, Samsung is preparing its next flagship phone launch event this month. Leaks suggest performance and AI processing upgrades, not a dramatic redesign, but meaningful internal improvement, which fit the current pattern: smarter devices, not just flashier ones. And when you step back and look at all these stories together, a pattern appears. AI is not just improving apps anymore, it's reshaping infrastructure, development workflows, media creation, hardware design, and even long term space strategy. This is not a side trend anymore, it's becoming the foundation layer. And if you enjoyed this video, why don't you subscribe, like, and comment so that you will not miss any of this video? And it's a way to support this channel to grow. See you in the next one.